What's up everyone? In this video, the next capital city that I'm going to work on as a drawing is going to be St. Paul, Minnesota. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to work. The city of St. Paul, Minnesota is the second largest city of Minnesota, the US state. It's right behind Minneapolis, which is the largest city in that state. Both St. Paul and Minneapolis, they completely touch each other. And both those cities are known as the Twin Cities because they completely touch each other, like what I just said there. They are part of this metro area that's called Minneapolis-St. Paul, which is one of the largest metro areas in the US. St. Paul was first founded, it was first incorporated back on March 4th of 1854. And the city is named after St. Paul the Apostle. Some of the most historical landmarks of St. Paul, Minnesota are the Xcel Energy Center, which is home of the NHL Minnesota Wild. That team's been around since 2000. St. Paul Cathedral, Minnesota State Capitol, Marjorie McNeely Conservatory. You'll find a bunch of plants in that place. And the historical James J. Hill House, that large brick building. Oh, I can't forget the Science Museum of Minnesota. That's also one of the most historical places in that city. Some common nicknames of St. Paul, Minnesota are the Saintly City, Pig's Eye, and STP. The Dakota name for St. Paul is this weird name called Imnazaska. Such a weird, strange name, isn't it? A few famous people that I'm familiar with that were born in St. Paul, Minnesota are actor Josh Hartnett, comedian Nick Swardson, and novelist F. Scott Fitzgerald. I actually, back in my junior year in high school, I read his book called The Great Gatsby, and I gotta say, it's a very good book. It's a very fun book. Such a very fun book, and I recommend it to everyone who has never read it. I strongly recommend it. I have to admit, I really like how I did the St. Paul drawing. I think it's by far, well, it's one of the, to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best capital city drawings I've done, along with Madison, Wisconsin, Des Moines, Iowa, and Columbus, Ohio. Those are my favorite ones so far, and those are the best ones. And what made those drawings, those capital city drawings, stand out are mainly just the details that I produced and provided. Well, here is the finished capital city drawing of St. Paul, Minnesota. Some of these buildings were a pain in the butt to draw. I managed to move past some of these buildings. Not all of these buildings were painful to draw. Maybe this one here was probably the most painful one because these windows they look different. St. Paul, Minnesota. Everyone. Alright, that is going to be the end of this video. Stay tuned for more content. I hope this was pretty enjoyable to watch. And I will catch each and every one of you later. Thanks for watching.